Sorry about that. I got a little emotional at the end there. But it's true to especially see the X-Men come to life. And to see Spider-Man especially come to live action. I never thought that I would see those. And then, and I'm going to do these in no condescending order, so don't sit there and give me a chronology count, because I'm not really going to care. But then we see Frank Castle get not one, but 2 movies. So the Punisher gets his due. And I don't think this is as bad as everybody says, and plus the director's cut for films like this are usually better. Hate all you want, but this director's cut is a lot better than the actual theatrical film. It may not do the absolute justice to the character, but for now, till they do a better version, I can live with this. Even though it is kind of a spin-off, I can live with this. This is what Daredevil should have been, not the PG-13 version that we had. This is an uncut deal that had rapper Coolio, had a storyline with him. It felt more like Frank Miller's run on Daredevil. Not even pointing the camera all that straight. But of course there's Daredevil. Another one that I never thought that I would see. Fantastic Four. Never thought that I would absolutely in my wildest dreams see Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm be put in live action, let alone Doctor Doom. And while I admit that Rise of the Silver Surfer was not the best film, at least director Tim Story, I personally do feel that he should stick with films like Barbershop and whatnot. But for an attempt at a superhero movie, gotta give the man a round of applause for at least trying to make the Fantastic Four well known in the cinematic universe. And I agree with you, Mount Vernon kid. A lot of these I'm showing are more origin films. And the origin film is always just as good as the sequel, if not better, than the proposed sequel. Now, we've got Thor, we've got Ang Lee's Hulk, we've got many. But I got 2 more here. And since we're dealing with the Avengers, and I just mentioned Thor, and my camera probably caught that, I do sincerely apologize if the camera does catch that. I'm not even going to try to blame it on the chair. I'm sorry. That was really rude and disgusting, but I like this Hulk better. I got nothing against Ang Lee's, but I like Ed Norton's better. A lot closer to the Hulk that we all know. The Hulk's had 2 live-action movies. He's had a live-action TV show. So the Hulk, another one I grew up with, at least in terms of the Bill Bixby Lou Ferrigno TV show. And here's another character that I never thought that I would actually see come to live action. And I have to admit, I'm kind of yay or nay on it, depending on how you look at it. And I actually got into an argument with a guy called Crispy Kid 09. Yeah, that's right, I'm calling you out, Crispy Kid. Sit there and argue with me during the scene that somebody posted of Lady Sif stabbing the Destroyer armor in Thor, and sit there and tell me that Iron Man was a well-known character before that among the casual audience. And I'm going to take a moment here. First I'll show Iron Man, then I'm going to get into this kind of mini rant, not only about people like Crispy Kid. Never thought that I would see this character come to life, and absolutely beautiful casting with Robert Downey Jr. I think Marvel should let Ed Norton be the Hulk again and get Mark Ruffalo the hell out of there. But I'm gonna do a mini rant on Mark Ruffalo first. I don't want this guy to be Bruce Banner, and I'll tell you why. Simply because in every interview that he's done, he has said something extremely ignorant. He did an interview with the giant Hulk hands, which it looks unprofessional, it looks goofy, and I was fine with that. You know, he's enthusiastic about the character. But then he did the unthinkable. He screwed up one of the Hulk's signature phrases. He said, "Smash Hulk." Now, a lot of you are going to say that I'm being very nitpicky about that, but even if you're a casual fan and have never read a comic book in your life, you know that the Hulk signature phrase is Hulk Smash. Seriously, even a 3-year-old knows that it's Hulk Smash. And on top of that, one of the first interviews that this guy said is that, "Oh, I never thought that I would do a superhero movie until Robert Downey Jr. did Iron Man." That right there is when I said that this guy needs to be kicked the hell out of the Avengers. You cannot have a selfish look, and I'm going to apologize for getting a little miffed at this, but you need to get a dumb, ignorant bastard like Mark Ruffalo and kick his ass to the curb. Now, I get that Marvel wants to pull the whole stubborn pride deal because Ed Norton stood up to him about the Incredible Hulk deal. Boo-hoo. Then give him the writing credentials, all that nonsense. Marvel. Gonna be real with y'all. None of that shit matters. Ed Norton did y'all a favor playing Bruce Banner. The dude actually wrote a pretty good script for The Incredible Hulk. I would have liked to actually had honestly seen the movie extended, me personally. All the extended stuff that Ed Norton put into the film, it would have added more depth to Bruce Banner's character. But y'all wanted a strict 2-hour movie, and I can respect that too, but at the end of the day, you gotta find a compromise with stuff like